Usually right in the morning, the Delaware County Commission for October 7th, 2021 is now in session. I'm going to ask Commissioner Lewis, please, to the Pledge of Allegiance.
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, Commissioner Merrill.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Gary Merrill, President of the Board. To my left is Vice President Commissioner Barb Lewis, and to my right is fellow Commissioner Jeff Benton. Our Deputy Administrator, Don Houston, with us today, as well as our clerks, Sarah and Jennifer. Let's proceed.
Resolution number 21-943, in the matter of approving the electronic record of proceedings from regular meeting held October 4th, 2021.
So moved.
Second.
Motion made and seconded. Discussion. Vote.
Vote on motion 21-943. Mrs. Lewis?
Aye.
Mr. Merrill?
Aye.
Mr. Benton?
Aye.
We have no public comment this morning. Resolution number 21-944, in the matter of approving purchase orders, then and now certificates and payments of warrants and batch number CMA-PR 1006.
So moved.
Second.
Motion made and seconded. Discussion. Vote.
Vote on motion 21-944. Mr. Merrill?
Aye.
Mrs. Lewis?
Aye.
Mr. Benton?
Aye.
Resolution number 21-945, in the matter of accepting the treasurer's report for the month of August 2021.
So moved.
Second.
Motion made, seconded. Discussion. Vote.
Vote on motion 21-945. Mr. Benton?
Aye.
Mrs. Lewis?
Aye.
Mr. Merrill?
Aye.
Resolution number 21-946, in the matter of authorizing the use of the procurement card for the Facilities Department.
So moved.
Second.
Motion made and seconded.
Good morning, John Melvin, Director of Facilities. This is a procurement card for our newest maintenance specialist, Shane Friley. Standard limits.
Any questions or comments? Vote.
Vote on motion 21-946. Mrs. Lewis?
Aye.
Mr. Benton?
Aye.
Mr. Merrill?
Aye.
Resolution number 21-947, in the matter of approving a supplemental appropriation for juvenile court.
So moved.
Second.
Motion made and seconded. Discussion.
Good morning, Karen Watkins, Delaware County Fiscal Coordinator for the Juvenile Court. We've collected $15,000 in terms of restitution funds, and so this is returning the money to the victims of juvenile crimes. And so I'd like to spend the unencumbered $7,000 and the anticipated $1,000 that we'll still collect from other juveniles for the year.
Questions or comments? Vote.
Vote on motion 21-947. Mr. Benton?
Aye.
Mrs. Lewis?
Aye.
Mr. Merrill?
Aye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Resolution number 21-948, in the matter of approving a supplemental appropriation for building safety.
So moved.
Motion made by Commissioner Lewis, second by Commissioner Benton. Discussion.
Good morning, Commissioners. Dwayne Milack, Director of Building and Safety. This appropriation request is to purchase 14 laptops for our field inspectors, allowing us to use Superion in a method. Currently, we use iPads, and we're having trouble with the software. It will not let us transmit information to our customers and into the database. So using this method will allow us to utilize, track it completely. Inspectors will have the full capabilities of the system, and it allows us to VPN, so makes it more efficient for inspectors and customers.
I assume this is full discussion with IT and everybody's on the same page.
Yes.
Any other questions or comments? Vote.
Vote on motion 21-948. Mr. Benton?
Aye.
Mrs. Lewis?
Aye.
Mr. Merrill?
Aye.
Resolution number 21-949, in the matter of approving amendment number 1 to the professional services agreement with HDR Engineering Incorporated for engineering services for the Peach Bowl Pump Station and Force Main project.
So moved.
Second.
Motion made and seconded. Discussion.
Morning, Commissioners. Tiffany Mag, Director of Environmental Services. So this is the only amendment that we'll have on this contract with HDR. This will take us through the rest of the construction phase. Originally in their scope, they assumed 15 submittals for the pump station project, and there were significantly more than 15, probably closer to 100. So that's where this additional services, $15,000 comes from.
Questions or comments?
Yeah, what's the, how soon till it's?
Yeah, so
Online.
I'm sorry, I meant to say that. So the gravity sewer and the force main are complete. The pump station will be complete at the end of this year. They're moving along really well. They anticipate probably in December having substantial completion.
Okay, good, big
So-
project.
Yeah, it took a while to get up to the surface with that big hole that they had, but they're there now, and now that they've got the building set, they'll be moving pretty quick.
Other question or comments? Vote.
Vote on motion 21-949. Mrs. Lewis?
Aye.
Mr. Merrill?
Aye.
Mr. Benton?
Aye.
Resolution number 21-950, in the matter of approving a work agreement with Brisky Concrete Incorporated and the Board of Delaware County Commissioners in conjunction with the 2021 Sewer Rehabilitation Project.
So move.
Second.
Motion made and seconded, discussion.
This is another agreement on the same project that I talked about on Monday. We got a couple work agreements to be able to have better access to the site. This one just allows our trucks to drive through the Brisky concrete parking lot to get to the manholes that are gonna be replaced.
Questions or comments? Vote.
Vote on motion 21-950. Mr. Merrill?
Aye.
Mrs. Lewis?
Aye.
Mr. Benton?
Aye.
Resolution number 21-951, in the matter of approving a work agreement with Richard E. and Phyllis K. Bale, trustees in the Board of County Commissioners in conjunction with manhole cone replacement.
So moved.
Second.
Motion made and seconded, discussion.
So this is also the second work agreement from the other project I talked about on Monday. We have a crumbling manhole cone. They're trying to access it without having to cross a stream, so this allows them to come in on a tractor path to access that manhole to get it replaced.
Questions or comments? Vote.
Vote on motion 21-951. Mr. Benton?
Aye.
Mr. Merrill?
Aye.
Mrs. Lewis?
Aye.
Thanks.
Oh, Tiffany, just one question. We haven't, Dwayne's comments reminded me, and in reading the summary, Trackit was mentioned again. How is that working?
I know Dwayne could speak more to that those guys use it in the field every day, all day.
Okay.
I think the side that we use, the county side, is
Uh-huh.
working well. Obviously, they're having some efficiency issues with using the iPads. They feel like they're going to be able to get over that hurdle by using the laptops, especially with the amount of development we have going on. We felt like that was a really good use of funds.
Right.
The public-facing side, where the users go in and actually pay for and see the permits move through the
Right.
process, I think that's lagging a little bit. I think on the IT side, just working through the firewalls and some of that stuff that we have internally, kind of working
Sure.
through that process. I don't know, Dwayne, if there's anything else to add, as far as the public-facing side is still moving, it's still trying to get in the works, right?
Yes, it's still not up and running. We're hoping to get that done here as soon as possible. But we're waiting on Jerry to provide some additional fixes to the software.
Tiffany, could you summarize what he said since we'll
Yeah,
pick that
so
up?
we're still working through the public-facing side and being able to have the users actually see the process as it
Right,
goes through, as well
right,
as pay
yeah.
for the permits, through that portal. I believe Jerry Walraven is still working through that
Okay.
with the software company, and Mason Jansak from my office has been working through that as well. So that's been taking longer than we anticipated,
Yeah.
I think
Mhm.
significantly longer.
Sure.
But it's still moving forward. I think things are still going in the right direction.
Okay. I know it was a big, the technology, if you can get it
Right.
working properly.
Yeah, I know the
Great.
BIA is very excited for us to get in there and show them a demonstration of how it's going to work.
Mhm.
And we've been kind of keeping them informed as to where we're at with the process, but we're just not quite there yet with rolling it
Okay,
out to them.
okay. Oh, thank you.
Sure.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you, Tiff.
Resolution number 21-952, in the matter of purchasing radios and related components for the use of the countywide public safety communication system.
So moved.
Second.
Motion made and seconded, discussion.
Good morning, Commissioners. Patrick Brandt, 911 Director for the county. What you have is a resolution to purchase 41 radios. We're buying them through Vasu Communication. It also includes a trade-in agreement with them, where they had a promotion running. The trade-in will give us a credit of $21,380, which last time we sold radios that were obsolete and everything on Gov Deals, we took a killing on it. It was less than $100 a radio we were getting. We're getting almost 600 and some through their trade-in program, so it's a very well received piece on our side. And this was a budgeted project for this year.
Any questions or comments?
Did you bid these out, or are these?
No, it's all state term contract.
Okay, so you're using the state
Yes.
pricing.
Mhm.
Okay.
Vote.
Vote on motion 21-952. Mrs. Lewis?
Aye.
Mr. Benton?
Aye.
Mr. Merrill?
Aye.
Thank you. Have a great day.
Thank you.
Resolution number 21-953, in the matter of approving a permit for the use of Delaware County facilities.
So move.
Second.
Motion made and seconded, discussion.
Good morning, Commissioners. Jane Hawes, Director of Communications. I have before you first a permit, a facilities permit to be approved, and my apologies, I didn't catch this in the draft form. If in that last paragraph, we can add that this is for the use of the Veterans Memorial Plaza located at 91 North Sandusky Street, Delaware, Ohio, on November 11th, 2021, by the Delaware County Veterans Service Commission at no cost. This will be for the annual Veterans Day Memorial event, so we recommend approval.
Very good. Any questions or comments? Vote.
Vote on motion 21-953. Mr. Benton?
Aye.
Mrs. Lewis?
Aye.
Mr. Merrill?
Aye.
Resolution number 21-954, in the matter of approving an appointment to the Delaware County Transit Board.
So moved.
Second.
Motion made and seconded, discussion.
And this one is for an appointment to fill a seat with an unexpired term on the Delaware County Transit Board, and we're recommending the approval, or the appointment of Benjamin Turner to the position.
Questions or comments? I'd just like to, we had 3 quality candidates, and it's always, we have great deal of appreciation for people who are willing to step up, and Benjamin had an exceptional interview, and I think it'll be a good addition. Not to indicate the other 2 would not be, but I thought he excelled, and I think he'll be an excellent member for the organization. Any other questions or comments? Vote.
Vote on motion 21-954. Mr. Merrill?
Aye.
Mr. Benton?
Aye.
Mrs. Lewis?
Aye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We cannot start our hearing till 10, so we can move on with administrative reports.
I just have one item to mention this morning. I wanted to congratulate Patrick Brandt on his award for Distinguished Service Award in 2021. It was just received, and he was given this award for assisting on the 988 subcommittee, as well as he provided many educational opportunities and spoke at conferences over that year. So just wanted to give him a shout out and tell him congratulations.
Very good.
And he escaped before.
He did. I forgot he was gone, so.
I know. I
Before we
should've-
could mention it.
Yeah.
Hopefully he'll listen to
Yeah.
your comments in session here, and he does a great job, and we're very lucky to have him as part of our team.
Yes, we are.
He's
It
been
was,
working very hard.
Yeah, Jane put it out on our social media pages, so I think it's getting some traction out there.
Very good. That brings us to Commissioner reports. Ms. Lewis.
Went to the Emergency Management Board meeting yesterday, and Sean, the director, Sean Miller, applied for a grant through the American Recovery Act, and the EMA organization has received $148,000, and from that grant, the grant was approved, and it will go towards salary and benefits. And that is it.
Mr. Benton.
Just a couple things. We had our land bank meeting Tuesday, and things continue to move along. We got approval to take the next step in due diligence on the Sunny V property on West Lincoln, so we're going to keep moving forward on that. The Morpsey Executive Committee is this afternoon, and back to the land bank. We did close the sale of the old jail, the historic jail, to Delaware County Historical Society yesterday. That closing took place yesterday morning, and it was very easy, very straightforward, because there's, the point one of the attorneys made was there's only been one owner in that property for 150 years, so the lien search was very easy. Never been a lien filed, never been a mortgage, etc. So anyway, it was very clean, very straightforward. And I want to really congratulate the Historical Society for their investment in this property. Roger Koch in particular has provided the financing for this transaction on an interim basis, and just the dedication and commitment to save the jail and make it into a really well-purposed, usable community asset. And again, the Historical Society is a perfect partner to do that. They've got plans, including Friday night. They're having a fundraiser to help raise funds to pay for, the jail. And they do have plans, obviously, for improvements and so on. So hopefully everyone can attend. The fundraiser is sold out already.
Great.
And it's great to see that the community is really interested in supporting this transaction and the future of the jail with the Historical Society. So it's called Jailhouse Rock.
Seems appropriate.
That was a pretty clever name. So anyway, if you can make it, or if you can help support the purchase of that transaction, or purchase of the jail for the Historical Society, that'd be great. So that's all I got.
And I think it's safe to say that whether you're able to attend the event since it's sold out, any support would be appreciated.
Yep.
It's what we do have a lot of partnerships. We stress that a lot. This is truly a partnership. Putting this piece of property in the hands of the Historical Society, you cannot think of a better place to put that for the long-term integrity of that building, which is right behind us here. And it's truly a win-win, and I think we're all very pleased with the result. And you never know going into some of these projects how they're going to play out, but this one played out. It took a while, but it played out very well. I only have one thing to add to what's been said today. I was privileged to attend the 45th Annual Senior Hall of Fame yesterday. Typically, the president of the board attends that and recognizes their representative in the county, and it was Bob and Sue Postal, who I had not met previously. A delightful couple. We had a great conversation with them, and as you read through all the things they've done, I'm not going to go through that. We did that through the resolution on Monday. But I can't say it enough, how many great people in our county step up and step out and support a lot of things that we do in our county. It would never get done if there weren't volunteers who are willing to do that. So these are two great examples of that, and I really enjoyed getting acquainted with them yesterday, and I look forward to hopefully maintaining some relationship going forward. With that, we've got about 10 minutes, so I'll leave it up to the two of you. Do we want to go into executive, or do we want to recess?
We have a couple items we may be able to get finished quickly, so.
Okay.
In
if-
executive.
And we'll come out
Okay.
very close to 10 o'clock, have the hearing, and go back into executive, just for the benefit of people in the back of the room so they know what we're doing. So.
Resolution number 21-955, in the matter of adjourning into executive session for consideration of appointment, employment, compensation of a public employee or public official for collective bargaining.
So moved.
Second.
Motion made and second, discussion, vote.
Vote on motion 21-955. Mr. Merrill?
Aye.
Mrs. Lewis?
Aye.
Mr. Bitten?
Aye.
With that, we are in executive session, and again, we will come out fairly close to 10.